everybody. Again, this is Wisdom Wednesday number 4, and today's topic is how to clear a negative belief. Okay, and so here's the question from the questioner. How can I get rid of the belief that I'm not good enough? I didn't know it was a belief. I actually thought it was the truth. Others seem to be able to do what they want and have lots of friends, but I feel others don't want to be in my company. It seems to be true that I'm born with this fault, I'm cursed for life, that I'm simply not good enough. Okay, good question. I bet a lot of people out there, a lot of you guys out there were probably walking around with a belief, something like that. I'm not good enough, I'm a failure, can't make it in this world, you know, there's something wrong with me, some inherent people don't love me. These are beliefs, these are core negative beliefs that a lot of us walk around with, and we need to get clear of it. So let's first look at what a belief is and what is the truth. So first, a belief. A belief is something that's not the truth. It's something you picked up from somewhere, maybe something from your parents or your environment. You made a conclusion, it was an incorrect conclusion, but something about it, you started to believe in it, which means you put your life energy into it and you started to repeat it, and it started to become a groove and a pattern and eventually a self-fulfilling prophecy. Okay, so a belief is something that is false, that is created from your ego image, something that comes from the part of you that's not totally connected. It comes from the part of you that's feeling separate from the world. That's a belief, and it's not the truth, and it doesn't have the power that the truth has. So let's talk about what the truth is. The truth is you're a free being. You were born free, and you're connected to infinite possibilities to identify or not identify, believe or not believe in anything in this world. You're always free. That's the truth. You're also the creator of your experience. That's the truth. And the truth is you choose what you want to believe. Truth. That's the truth. So now, why is it that belief seems so real? That's probably your next question. Okay. So a belief usually starts when we're in a state of vulnerableness, when we're receptive, we don't have a sense of what our boundaries are, we don't have a sense of what's good for me, what's not good for me. Usually it happens when we're young, we pick up these beliefs. So say for instance, you're young and you know, you're hanging around the house and your mother is kind of getting upset with something and she says, oh, you're a failure, you'll always make a mess. Or you're not good enough, you're not as good as Jane up the road. Or some kind of belief, or well, you know, some kind of reaction to the situation, say. Now you're a child, you're vulnerable, you're receptive, and you're feeling the emotional impact of your mother saying this. And it kind of hits you in a really strong way, and it's a vibration. It kind of goes all the way through your body, and your emotional body. And it stings you. So now you've got the impact of these words with emotion behind there. This is an example. It could happen many ways, but here's one. And you're going to believe it because you don't know that you don't have to believe it. So you just receive it, you accept it. So you chose, in a sense, at that time to accept it. Then, you know, you grow up, life goes on, your mother leaves, she's not around anymore, but you still are perpetuating, I'm not good enough. in your head. So now you're putting your own life energy into this belief, and it's solidifying. It's becoming more real for you. You're finding evidence that this is the reality. And you live life, and it's proven to you again and again and again. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, isn't it? Anything you believe, isn't it true? You look around and say, yeah, see, there it is again. It must be true. I'm not good enough. It's called a self-fulfilling prophecy. So what is a self-fulfilling prophecy? Well, that's the point, is that whatever you put your energy into, you're going to make it real to that extent. So that means your belief is that I'm not good enough. So now you've narrowed down all the possibilities out of the infinite universe, and you've decided that I'm only investing in seeing this. I'm going to focus on this. I'm not good enough. So of course you're not good enough, because everything you see, it's like wearing colored glasses. You are now colored by what you're wearing. You're wearing a belief. So you're only going to see that. Now, the infinite universe is showering all kinds of things about you in your life. For instance, let's say that you got a 90 or 95% in an exam, and your teacher is so proud of you. But because you're holding on to this belief, I'm not good enough, what are you doing? You're focusing on the fact that you made a phone call to a friend and she's not returning the phone call. And then you'll say, see, I'm not good enough. It's proven, true. There's evidence. She's not calling me. Why? Because you've decided that that's your reality. You've narrowed yourself down to that. So you only see that. Meanwhile, on the other side, you've got someone who's proud of you. You've got your teacher, you did really well. You've got people like you. So this is the strength of a belief. It is so powerful. And who created the power in it? You did. You decided to own it. Soon as it dropped in, you said, yeah, that's mine, that's me. Okay, so we got that. Now the next question is, how do I get rid of a negative belief that I've had for 20 or 30 years? It's so steeped in me, I can't get rid of it. It's happened so many times that it's true. So I'm going to give you 3 points about this. So take notice of how you can get rid of your negative belief. The first one is, be open. Be open to the fact or the possibility that maybe perhaps your belief is not true. Just be open. Not only is your belief not true, but the origin of where you got that belief is also not true. It's false. It's wrong information. You made a conclusion about something else that was not there. So, for instance, your mother said, oh, you'll never be good enough, or you're not as good as Jane, or something like that. Maybe she's wrong. Could that be possible? That maybe the source of your belief is wrong? Okay. So just be open to the fact that it's not true. Second step. Now you might want a pen and paper and write this down. What you're going to do is you're going to write down 5 opposite beliefs or attitudes to your original belief. So your belief is, I'm not good enough? Okay. So, one opposite. Now, these opposites, remember, are not things that you actually believe, because you believe you're not good enough. So you're not going to agree with any of these opposites. But the idea here is to introduce them so that it will open you up and loosen you up in your original beliefs. So try this. So one opposite is, I'm the best. I'm not good enough? No, I'm the best. The second opposite is, everyone loves me. Number 3, I love myself. Okay, that's a good opposite. Yeah. The next one is number 4, I always succeed. And number 5, I'm attractive. Okay, so these are 5 opposites to I'm not good enough. Depends on where you are and what you're thinking about that you're not good enough. So what you do, these are examples. You have to come up with your own 5 according to whatever your belief is. Now, you look at these 5 and you feel into which one feels like the best opposite to my original belief. Now, once you do that, you start living into it. You start replacing your original from your original belief to this one. You say, yeah, let's say we choose everyone loves me. Okay? So every time you are starting to feel into that old groove of no one likes me or I'm not good enough, then you say, everyone loves me. Try it on. Try it on. So it's going to shift and wake up, take you out of your fixation of I'm not good enough into maybe something else. So here's the third thing you need to understand to complete this getting free or getting rid of a negative belief is understanding that the power of projection. So when I'm holding a belief like I'm not good enough, what I'm actually doing is all my life energy is being projected out into the world to myself, and I'm actually a whole being. I'm a whole human being. Remember, free? I'm a free whole being. But when I judge a part of myself, what I'm doing, what the ego is doing, is I'm separating my whole being and I'm divided. And what I do is I invest in one part of me. I'm not good enough. But in order to invest into I'm not good enough, I actually have to suppress another part of my whole being, which is, in this case, if we look for the opposite belief, is that everyone loves me. So every time I'm not good enough, everyone loves me is being pushed down or suppressed. So now what we have to do is reduce the attention and the energy from I'm not good enough and start upping more energy in the possibilities that everyone loves me. So we can look around now and look for evidence that everyone loves me is true. You have to say, okay, now I'll start including or accepting that my teacher is really proud of me. See, there's evidence. Everyone loves me. Look for another part in your life. Whatever you want to make it up. So always look in other parts of your life. Look around. Open up. Remove those blinders and look around and say, yeah, that's proof. Everyone loves me. Yeah, that's proof. Everyone loves me. It's proof, proof, proof. This is how you get rid of a negative belief. You have to do the work. You have to realize that you were the one that chose the belief in the first place, even though subconsciously, as a child, you didn't know you had choice, but you did. You chose it. And then you even invested your life energy into it. So now that you know where it came from, and now that you know it's possibly false, you have the choice now to own it and own the new belief you want to take. Try it on and be responsible for the experience that you're having internally. This is how you clear a negative belief. So thank you for Wisdom Wednesdays. I hope you enjoyed today's video and talk on how to clear a negative belief. And I'd love to hear your comments. Please write below. Really, I love listening to your comments. And I love responding to your comments. So if you could do that, I would love that. Thank you. And I guess until next Wednesday, I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye for now.